All right, today I'm going to teach everybody how to use an Instant Pot. This thing's a lifesaver. You can purchase one for about $100 online, or you can get one that's a different brand for maybe like 50 bucks. As you can see, there's different features. You can pressure cook, you can saute, you can slow cook, you can steam, you can sous vide, you can air fry, roast, bake, broil, dehydrate, all this good stuff right here. So this is actually better than your typical slow cooker because it has all these extra features. Um, and the nice thing about pressure cooking is that you can get a whole lot of flavor in food fairly quickly. Like let's say like frozen chicken, 20 minutes, because it's about like 10 minutes per pound or on a pressure cooker. Um, and then you essentially just throw everything in the pot and then you've got food, which is awesome. So this is for anyone who struggles with cooking, especially with people with health conditions. That way they have something in their stomach. Because I know if you're really low on energy, you're living off of like, I don't know, trail mix, inshores. When there are certain tools out there that'll make it a lot easier, people don't know about in recipes. So let's get started. So I already told you what all the features are. So I went ahead and plugged this thing into the wall. So if you're short on space or don't have a kitchen, this is also awesome. Look here, you got your entire kitchen. Um, and all you needed was an outlet, a 3-prong outlet, your typical one. Let's look inside. So this is what the top looks like. I already put in a piece of chicken in there. When it comes to cook times, you got this handy dandy thing right here. You can read that here. You can find it online. It'll teach you pretty much how much time that it takes to cook something, whether it's raw or if it's frozen. Of course, if it's frozen, it's going to take longer. If it's more, if it's a bigger size, it's going to take longer, that kind of stuff. And when it says release, that just means once it's done cooking, that you just you leave it in the machine for like however amount of time, like 5 or 10 minutes, instead of doing a quick release, which I'll explain in a little bit. So the reason why I went ahead and put my chicken in there is because I didn't want to touch something raw and then touch everything else. So good hand hygiene. And also, when it comes to disinfectants in the kitchen, after you get rid of any physical debris, if you need a disinfectant, you can buy this on Dollar Tree. It's a HOCl cleaner, a hypochlorous acid cleaner. So this is actually safe to use in the kitchen to disinfect. Or you can get some rubbing alcohol and you can just put it in a spray bottle, like 70%. A lot of commercial a lot of commercial kitchens, they use diluted bleach to sanitize. But if you don't want to do that, these are two very cheap options, only a couple dollars. This is like what, $1.25. The spray bottle is $1.25, and then that rubbing alcohol is $1.25 at Dollar Tree, all that good stuff. So just FYI. So my chicken's already in there. I like to put just a little bit of oil on the bottom. You don't have to. So this here is classic olive oil. Now you're not using virgin olive oil. Virgin olive oil has a low smoke point, so that's why everything tastes a little crispy when you're cooking at high heats with it. So if you're cooking, like sauteing, frying, use classic olive oil, like actual just like straight up olive oil. No virgin, extra virgin olive oil. That's more for like stuff like salads and stuff. All right. So chicken's in there, right? Now I'm gonna put some frozen vegetables there. Super easy shortcut, right? So you got here a bag of peas and carrots, because we're gonna make something similar to like chicken pot pie. So went ahead and dumped that in there. Next, we have something called seasoning blend. This is awesome because it has celery, it has red and green peppers, plus it has onions. So this is usually what you use for a lot of cooking, a lot of dishes, right? Your basic stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna set down the camera. All right. So if you look here, I like to put the protein, the raw meat, on the bottom, and then layer it with the vegetables on top. That way, because this thing will alert you if it's burning. And also on the bottom, that's where the heat's coming off of, right? So that's why you want to make sure your raw meat's cooked properly. So that gets priority space. So raw meat goes, you put that in first, then you put your vegetables on top. You could do raw or frozen. You just gotta adjust the time. Okay. Also shortcut. Condense cream of chicken, or you can do cream of mushroom or cream of celery. It's up to you. Let's see. Let me get a spoon. Give me a second. All right, and then you're gonna have to put in, of course, water. In order to pressure cook anything, you need a minimum of 1 cup of water, so you can measure that out, or whatever your recipe requires, but you need at least 1 cup of water. And then you can put your seasoning in. You can put like a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, a sprinkle of like pepper. This is white pepper. You could put some smoked paprika up in there. And of course, chicken stock. If you don't have chicken stock, you can get the powder version, add that water. So I'm going to do that later. You can just put that all in there, right? I can't like unscrew the tops with just one hand, so I'm going to just go to the next step. So imagine I just sprayed put all that stuff in here, okay? Use your imagination. All right, this here is your lid. Take a look at it. This is what it looks like. This is the vent where hot steam will come out of. So be careful. Don't put your hand right over that thing right there. And this is the release button. Press vent, turn to stop. So yeah. That will release the pressure. If you can see that again. And this here, that's where steam comes out of. So you don't want to burn your hand. Okay. So as we can see, you got a handle and you got here. Okay, so I'm going to shove that right on top. And let's see. Give me a second. Okay, you heard that sound? So it took me a little bit. I had to go ahead and put this on, right? And then I'm going to, there you go. Now you know. So as you can tell, this is just me putting the lid on itself. That's the only way it's going to fit. Then I slid it right here. Bam. So now we're in the right spot. The lid's on properly, and I made sure I sealed it, right? Because I turned it. And then you're going to come here. Today we are pressure cooking, so it's going to be this button right here. Pressure cook. It's going to ask how long. I mean, technically, you probably only need to cook it for like 20 minutes. I'm paranoid, so I'm going to put 25. I'm going to do it on heat. So once again, I'm going to press that button. It says high. That says how long. You can increase it. You can decrease it. Now it says keep warm. Now I'm cooking, so I'm going to take that off. I want to start. Give me a second. Yeah. You hear that sound? Now it's starting. Okay. Don't touch this lid. It's going to take a couple minutes to actually pressurize, and then it's going to do a slow countdown of how long it's going to cook. So it's not exactly 25 minutes because you also add time to how long it's going to pressurize, which is, I don't know, like 5 to 10. If it's like a lot of food in here, it's going to take longer to pressurize, but no biggie. And when you fill this up, don't fill it too much. There's like a line in the actual thing that tells you. Now, if for whatever reason, up here, if there's a lot of steam and you want to release it for whatever reason, quick release, this is the button. And then, psh, there's going to be a lot of hot water come out of there, so just be careful. Just FYI, so, but it's really simple, as you can see. A lot of people get intimidated by all the buttons, but that's pretty much it. Let's see, I could put in my seasoning and stuff, so, but I only did this for demonstration purposes. So, easy peasy, you can go online, find a bunch of Instant Pot recipes, whether it's on YouTube or whatever. There's a lot of great folks. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye now.